Folks like Captain Oliver, who have been so immensely supportive of this industry, will be going back into the private sector.
Reflecting on different things that we've accomplished, but the Spotlight on Broadway project is very, very special to us.
Walk over, if you go to Duffy Square, it's almost completed.
And then we also have a feature showing you what's playing at that theater now. So once you learn the history, you can learn what you can go see there tonight. Whether they're actors, producers, behind the scenes. And then, of course, the history of the actual district is told through a series of really remarkable photographs.
But in the ground, it's stainless steel and different types of concrete.
Oh,
okay. All right.
Buyer and seller. And Pat Addis, who is here. Pat is one of the producers and really responsible. Please welcome.
It's a show where I speak to the audience through quite a bit of it, and I actually look out at the audience and look to them. And it's a comedy, so there are laughs, and it really is a dance between the audience and me. This is a one-person show. I come out at the beginning and I look right at the people and I talk right to them and I sit on the edge of the stage and I think they're afraid they might have to do something, or I might talk to them or pull them on stage.
What sort of research did you have to do to take on, for example, Barbra Streisand?
So I watched Barbra movies. I listened to Barbra interviews and watched, YouTube clips of Barbra. Listened to albums. I immersed myself in Barbra. I mean, the play is not based on actual events. It's really a fantasia on what it might be like to meet and spend time with Barbra in a very odd circumstance.
So you go back and forth between Alex and Barbra.
Correct. Yeah. So the premise of the show is that this is true. She does have a mall in her basement. That's true. She has a street of shops. And I play the guy, and I'm telling the story of what it's like down there. And then she comes in, and I play her, and they talk. So I have to go back and forth from character to character, which is interesting. But I know that my partner will never screw up the timing. We had 4 weeks of rehearsal, and
it's not much.
It's not much, and we started at the Rattlestick Theater. It's a place that only does new plays. Something fell through. The artistic director called Jonathan Tollins and said, "Hey, that play with one actor, you still want to do it?" And he said, "Yeah, okay, sure." And then he called me, and I said, "Okay, sure." And we were in rehearsal 4 weeks later. It's unprecedented. I mean, that just doesn't happen. Sometimes I kind of go on autopilot.
Yeah. After 250 shows, sure.
Yeah, and it's not like I check out. It's just that I'll just be thinking about something else, and I can continue doing the play. It's bizarre. It doesn't mean I'm not giving it my best, and I'm not phoning it in. But sometimes your mind wanders when you think about other things, and so sometimes that's usually when I'll go up.
Right.
Or, as they say, I mean, have you ever heard this term? There's a term for when you forget your lines that you're going into a little white room.
Yeah.
As I told you, I spend the entire show in a little white room. Somebody coughing at the wrong time can actually blow a joke, and I have gotten to where I can sense someone about to cough. Well, I'm only in it until March 16th, just so you know, and then it's going to be somebody else doing the play. I take a lot of naps, especially on a 2-show day. Saturdays and Sundays I do it twice, so that's a lot of trips to the cellar.